We vibing on a sharp mindset, diving deep where the real ones intersect. Ideas flow like the beats, we connect knowledge in the air, let the wisdom reflect. From the highs and the lows, we navigate, conversations that resonate, elevate, chasing dreams, yeah, we never hesitate. In this journey of life, we cultivate. So tune in, let's break down the grind. With a vision so clear, leave the doubts behind. On a sharp mindset, where the stars align, building futures together, one thought at a time. What's up, A Sharpe Mindset family? Welcome back to another episode of A Sharpe Mindset. On this podcast, we'll dive into real talk, mindset shifts, and personal growth. I'm your host, ST Sharpe, and today we'll be discussing the topic that's what? Been on my mind lately. Yep, been on my mind. What's up, everybody? Look, man, today's topic is boundaries start at the property lines. Woo, look, man, the fence nobody likes to talk about. See, have you ever driven through a neighborhood where one yard just stood out? I'm talking about like the grass was greener, the lines were crisp, the no weeds, no bare patches. It looked intentional. Now go one house to the left, y'all. Uncut grass. I'm talking about weeds as tall as excuses, dry spots, neglect. See, here's the part nobody tells you. Fertilizing your grass is easy. Protecting it, that's the hard part. Because see, you can water your lawn, you can feed it, you can nurture it, you can spend money, time, effort, making it grow. But if your neighbor doesn't take care of theirs, their weeds don't ask permission. They don't stay on their side. They just creep, they spread, they take over. And life works the exact same way. You can build something beautiful. Your peace, your purpose, your discipline, your calling, your healing. But if you keep letting other people's chaos spill over on your fence, it'll choke out everything you planted. See, growth without boundaries is vulnerability. And today, man, we're talking about why boundaries don't make you mean, they make you responsible. So look, man, this episode called Boundaries Start at the Property Lines, y'all. And if you ever felt drained, distracted, angry, resentful, and burnt out, woo, this episode is for you. Look, man, but before we tap in, I want to thank everyone for tuning into another episode of A Sharpe Mindset. Because when I speak, I don't do this for clout. I genuinely want to empower people. So track with me and tap into a motivational vibe that'll change your mindset for the better. So you already know what I want you to do. Please share, subscribe. Get this gift out there to the world and become a part of A Sharpe Mindset family today. All right, y'all, I said it, man. Boundaries start at the property lines, man. Look, while we're great at growing but bad at guarding, see, here's the truth we don't like to admit, family. We are obsessed with growth, but uncomfortable with protection. See, y'all not hearing me. See, we'll wake up early, we'll read books, pray, journal, go to therapy, do affirmations, but we won't tell people no. But see, I know y'all didn't heard me talk about this a little bit before, but see, somebody need me to tap in. We'll plant seeds all day, but won't put up a fence. Because see, fences feel offensive, right? We think boundaries means we're selfish, we're cold, we're losing people, we're not loving enough. But let me correct that. Because see, boundaries are not rejection, they are regulations. That's a gem. See, boundaries are simple says like, this is where I stop and where you start. See, if your peace disappears every time a certain person calls, if your focus fails or falls apart every time you say yes when you should have said no, If your joy evaporates when you overextend yourself, that's not bad luck, man. That's poor property management. Ooh, come on, man. Track with me. You don't owe everybody access. You don't owe everybody explanations. You don't owe everybody your energy. And listen, this part hurts, but it heals. See, some people only feel comfortable around you when they can cross your lines. They don't want a neighbor. They want an open yard. Woo, come on, I'm spitting them early. That's a gem. Weeds don't look dangerous at first. You feel me? See, I know a lot of times you can go outside, you see them a little bit. Look, let me tell you something. They don't start aggressive. They start small, quiet, easy to ignore. See, you start telling yourself it's not that serious. I'll deal with it later. I don't want to trip over this. But weeds don't need permission. They need time. And some people in your life, they act just like that. They cross one boundary, then apologize. They overstep once, then laugh it off. They borrow your time, your emotional labor, your wisdom, your access, and because you're kind, because you're capable, because you're strong, you let it slide. Until one day you look up and realize you're exhausted, you're resentful, you don't recognize your own yard anymore. But see, here's the gem. Discipline today prevents destruction tomorrow. Boundaries feel uncomfortable now, but burnouts feel worse later. Feeling stuck? Tired of negative noise? Then stop. It's time to flip the script. On A Sharpe Mindset, we don't ignore life challenges. We know you go through things to grow through things. Every episode is packed with real talk, fresh insight, and actual gems to help you move from stuck to unstoppable. I don't do this for clout. I truly want to empower people. So track with me, tap in, and start sharpening your mindset for success. Listen now on all major podcast platforms. Let's go, y'all. And see, man, when them burnouts feel worse later, that lets you know not everyone is tending their own garden. See, this is important. Listen closely, man. Not everyone around you is growing. Come on, hear me. Some people are surviving, some people are avoiding, some people are numb, and some people are stuck. And when they see your discipline, your structure, your clarity, it highlights what they refuse to deal with. Come on, hear me, man. Come on. So instead of tending to their own soil, they try to live in yours, drain yours, bar yours, disrupt yours. But hear me clearly, you are not responsible for healing people who refuse to tend their own yard. Come on, man, that's a gem. That doesn't make you heartless. That makes you aware. You can love people and still limit them. You can pray for people and still protect yourself. You can support people without sacrificing your growth. Offense doesn't mean you hate your neighbor. It means I'm responsible for what's on my side. Come on, man, hear me. Stop letting people make you feel guilty. And I understand why guilt is a boundary. What you want to call it? Boundaries' greatest enemy. Yeah. So let's talk about that guilt. Because see, guilt is the real reason most people stay exposed. You feel guilty for changing. You feel guilty for outgrowing, guilty for saying no, guilty for choosing peace. Come on, man. But let me give you another gem. Guilt is often the price of growth. See, when you change, the people who benefit from the old version of you will still feel uncomfortable. That's not your problem. Your job isn't to stay small so others don't feel threatened. Your job is to steward what you've been given. Look, man, peace is stewardship. Focus is stewardship. Purpose is stewardship. And anything you don't protect, you will eventually lose. Build the fence. Guard your garden. Everybody don't deserve access to that. I tell y'all this almost every episode. Boundaries matter. It don't matter what they think. If it controls anything inside of you, you gotta build that fence, man. Look, that's my episode for today, family. Let me leave you with this. Every time you feel drained, ask yourself, where did I leave my gate open? Every time you feel resentful, ask yourself, what boundaries did I ignore? And every time you feel overwhelmed, remember, you're not weak. You're just unprotected. And here's the truth nobody teaches us. Growth doesn't die from lack of effort. It dies from lack of protection. So guard your garden because not everyone tends theirs, man. Put the fence up, lock the gate, and stop apologizing for choosing peace because boundaries don't block blessings. They preserve them. Woo! Look, man, if you enjoyed this topic and you're ready to protect what you fertilize, subscribe to the podcast, man. As always, stay positive, protect your peace, and track with me next week on another episode of A Sharpe Mindset. Until next time, stay sharp, and I'll catch y'all next week. Boundaries start at the property lines. Woo! Let's go.